Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. It is time for today's hug. Yay! From 100 Hugs by Chris Riddell. Of course, this is um, this is for the hashtag HugADaySeptember, and this is day 5's hug. Isn't it cute? It is going to be a little bit longer because there is a lot more detail in this hug, but we're going to be using the square root funers. And we're going to color this hug. Isn't it adorable? I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. It looks like a wizard. That it's a bit of a thing with a wizard and a wizardette or a witch. I'm not quite sure. It's very, very interesting. I can't remember. I'm not sure if this is um, wizard's daughter. Or, it's got the lion type guy here, and this could be a bell type thing, but then they've got it as a wizard, and it's all very interesting. Very, very interesting. But the drawing is absolutely gorgeous. I can't think of what sort of thing it could be, like what story type thing it could be. So I'm going to color him as a wizard and her as a um, astrologist type of seer type of thing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It's all good. So we're going to start off with his um, outfit here. And we're going to use some blue grays first. Let's see. I think we're going to use blue actually. Just some dark blue. So we're going to use number 89 first. And we're just going to color the white areas, and then we'll go over it in the dark areas in black. Hopefully you guys can see that just fine. Square brute funers are doing very nicely on this paper. This is the first time that I've used the square brute funers in the hug book. So this is also covering the hashtag B for September for Colorfully Optimistic, for her alphabet hashtag as well, covering all of the different things that you have in your stash, making sure that things get used using the alphabet letters. So this month was color anything and everything using your supplies and books and whatnot that start with B, whether it be in the name or the style or whatever. So this is brute funer, so it will cover that hashtag as well. And as well as my own hashtag of with the hugs of 100 Days of Hugs 2021, because 100 Days of Hugs was already taken. Now this is something that Tammy, Ashley, Angie, and Shell already started. I accidentally started too early and colored a hug when I shouldn't have. when I was told of this project. I thought they had already started, and I accidentally colored a hug too soon. So that was my bad. All right. I'm going up into his hat here with the blue as well. And I guess I could have probably used purples here instead of the blues and blacks, because it is, a wizard, so. But I want it to be black, so it will stand out against hers. Now that looks like it's still a part of his beard. And I think I'm going to do his sleeve area here as well. Just the edges of it. The rest of it kind of looks like a shirt, like an undershirt. I'm not quite sure. There's no stars or moons or anything on it, so it may be a shirt. So we may just do this shirt area in just blue and not put the black in it. So I'm just going to do the shadow areas of it in the dark blue. Make sure I don't get her shirt there. And hers I'll do in more of a purpley color with the black, so that it looks different, so it's not the same. And that is a moon. So much little details. This one here, I looked at it and went, ooh, that's really cute and really detailed. So it's going to take me a little longer, but definitely worth it. So I'm not sure who chose this picture. The September pictures were chosen by Ashley Colors, Amazon Tammy, Angie, and Shell Artie. And like I said, this is completely their hashtag, their thing. I accidentally jumped the gun on it and started earlier than I should have. So that's, of course, my bad, and I feel horrible about it, and I still feel horrible about it because it was their idea and I thought they had already started, and I jumped the gun and started coloring things because I wanted to color things, and you know how it goes. So now I'm going to be using number 88, I do believe. Yes. Well, maybe not. That's number 80, 89. Okay, so I'm going to use number 34 instead, because I still want it to be a darker blue, but still have that bright, like it's getting some light. And this is just on his undershirt. It's not going to be on the robes at all. So I'm just blending that color in. And I'm going to take a little bit of this one of 88 as well, just to brighten it up a little bit. Yeah, that's better. And then we'll just go back over it a little bit here, tone it down just a touch. hard when you want a certain color. But don't want to have the other colors, the lighter color overtake it. So I'm just taking some of this darker blue, which is number 89, and I'm just going into that lighter blue, just toning it down just a touch so that it is feathered together and definitely looks like a piece of the same fabric. And the same with up here. We're going to finish that fabric off up here. And just blend it into that other color, the other blue. Just making it so it stands out but not look like it's not the same piece of fabric. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing down here, and we're just going to fill this in with number 80 or number 34. And then we'll take the lighter blue and go over top of it, and then we'll work from there in just the light areas. And then we'll take number 89 and we'll feather into that, and darkening up the bottom area here. And up here under his beard as well. Alright. Just sort of like that. Just feathering it in and gently creating that illusion that that color is a little, well, I guess it's not an illusion because you're blending that color together. Alright. Make sure that you do go over and take a look at Tammy's and Ashley's, and I don't know if Shell's publicly doing hers. Angie's you can see on Instagram. I've looked on her channel and I didn't see any of the hugs filmed, but I'm sure they are there somewhere. I'm just not seeing them. But I know Tammy is definitely filming hers, and I know that Ashley is as well. So make sure that you go over to their channels and take a look at theirs, and that's, you know, Amazon Tammy and Ashley Colors. Now Ashley Colors' birthday is coming up, and we will be, of course, celebrating her birthday this month with her. And again, I thank her very much for wanting me to celebrate with her. That's really, really, really sweet, and I really appreciate it. And I'll be coloring some kitty cats for her because it is one of my favorite books and one of her favorite things. So I wanted to incorporate, you know, something that represented her and that, you know, made her happy, as well as something that makes me happy. And that book really makes me happy. It's just so cute. All right, now for the robe here. Now I can do the same sort of thing on the robe as I did with the sleeves. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I am going to, you know, just do the areas the darkest with the 89. for the darkest areas. I was going to do it black, but I think this dark blue is more than enough darkness. And then we're going to take this one here and color in that lighter area. And then we'll feather it together. Darken it up just a little bit. I think that looks all right. All right. So that's what we're going to do. Go into all the lighter areas with number 88. And just randomly put some of this lighter blue color throughout his robe. And then we'll do the darker areas. Like so. And then we'll take the 89 and we'll go in a little bit darker into those dark areas. Now, as you can probably tell, and as you already probably know, I don't normally choose my colors beforehand. So this is definitely off the off the fly, not something that I've planned out or anything. Actually, when I was looking at it, I was thinking that would look really good in black. And now that I see it in blue, I kind of like it better in blue. So just taking number 34 and blending into that lighter blue color. Darkening up the dark areas. Like that. Then we're going to go back in with our really dark blue here, which is number 89. Just feathering it, doing all the really dark areas with it. And working it into that lighter color. All right, I think he's looking pretty good. It's amazing how something so small can take so long to color. I'm always amazed by that. It's nothing new to me. I've had it happen many times where I'm coloring something and I think, oh, that's really tiny. That's just going to take, 20, 30 minutes, half an hour. And I look up and it's 2, 3 hours later and I've only colored half of it. I get over detailed. I get over enthralled in the details and making sure that they look exactly like they should. And sometimes that's a problem because sometimes it's a fantasy picture and there's just no way that you can make it exactly the way it should be because that doesn't exist. But you look at the lights and you look at the different things around it and you go, okay, that needs to be lighter than that and that needs to be darker than that. And by the time you're done, you're 3 hours in and you've colored a tree. Or in this case, a robe. All right. So I think that's getting there. That's one side of the robe almost done. Well, that's the blue side, the blue bits of the robe almost done. Still got to do the moons. So we've got this side of his robe to do. And we've already got the dark part on there. Now we're going to put in this medium. So we're going in now with number 34. We've already put 89 down. Go in with 34 and then go back in with an 88. Just in those areas that are going to catch the light. And then we're going to take 89 again. And we're going to go a little bit darker down in here. And up here. Then we're going to take 34 and we're just going to blend it all together. Like so. Then we're going to take 89 down here. Make that darker there. And we're going to put our 88 here. And put a little bit there, a little bit over here. Now this side is going to be much darker than the other side, so it's not going to take as much of that 88. Just little bits of it. And then we're going to go back in with 89. And a little bit of 34. I had to check. Brain isn't, it's Sunday morning. Alright, so I'm going to go in with 34. Well, there goes 34. Thank God I have carpet underneath me. Alright. So we're going to go in with 89. And 89 is going to need to be sharpened soon. Maybe. And of course I do have a piece of cardstock behind the picture so that the ink doesn't transfer to the other one. Alright, so there's our blue areas done. Now we're going to do his hat. And we're going to do the light areas of his hat here. going to go back over that with this one. Just feathering everything in. Darkening things up while they're under his hair. Just going to put a little bit under her hair there, because that's her hair. And I'll put her curls up over top of it. So that's her hair, his hair. Okay. Just make sure I get all the areas the right way. Okay, and then we're going to take this one here, which is number 34, and we're just going to blend it all together. And we're not going to blend right into her hair. We're going to put hair curls up into the hat there. Alright, so that's the blue part of his outfit done. Now we're going to do the moons, and we're going to start off with these two. So we're going to use number 2 and number 1, rapeseed flowers and midsummer fruit. Interesting. So we're going to use number 2 first into all those shadowy areas, dark areas. And we might have to use another one for the dark areas. The really dark areas. I'm doing the edges. You know, the other day I tried to color something just straight color, and I just couldn't do it. It's strange how your perspective changes as your journey goes. I used to color straight color all the time, just straight one color, no problem. Now I can't do it. Before it was, what do you mean? I want that to be yellow. Why would I want to use 4 different yellows? Now it's like, okay, how many yellows do I have? How many yellows can I get in here? Well, let's throw in a little bit of orange too. It's amazing how that happens, though. I think that comes with larger sets of pencils as well. Depends upon how many sets of pencils or things like that you have too. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of orange. This one here is number 3. No, I want this one. Number 50, which is an orangey yellow color. I'm just going to do a little bit of it in the tip and the edges of the moon. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but it's not a huge contrast, but it's enough of a contrast on the picture to give it some sort of edge, some sort of depth. Now I am finding that this paper doesn't like too many layers of this pencil, but that's okay. We'll work with that. And hopefully my voice didn't just drop so low that you guys can't hear me, because I'm concentrating, and yeah, you know how that goes. I tend to drop my voice when I'm trying to concentrate on something. I'm trying to get it just right. Okay, now we're just going to blend that in with the lighter yellow. This one is number 1. Alright, now we're going to work on his hat. And we're just going to do this with the straight yellow, and then we'll go in with the orangey yellow, because this is really small area. And we'll go in with a little bit of this orangey yellow, just in some areas. Alright, yay! His outfit's done. Now for him. So I'm going to go in with a nice light brown. I think we're going to start with fried chicken, which is number 42. I love that name. Fried chicken. That is not the right one. Fried chicken, where are you? Let's see. So that should be down here somewhere. I can't find my fried chicken. So that is there. Oh, it's 92. That's why. Because I was looking for the wrong number. I had the right one after all. So it's number 92 is fried chicken. I know everybody's going, no, it's the wrong pencil. It's the wrong pencil. Number 92 is fried chicken. So we're going to go in with fried chicken. And just going to do a base coat on them of the fried chicken here. Just in his facial hair areas. Because this looks like a half man, half cat creature. Lion type of thing. You never know though. It just might be the way he looks. I'm trying to... Okay, so her arm is under his beard. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. And that's her hair. Alright. Now we're going to take a little bit of I think cheesecake, which is number 13. And I'm going to do his face, because he does look like he has some skin showing. Doesn't look like he's all fur. And then we're going to take the next darkest, so number 20. And we're going to add to his fur tones here. And he's got little tiny curls, so we'll be adding another darker one as well. I just love the name fried chicken. I had to use it somewhere. If it wasn't his hair, it was going to be hers, so. Because fried chicken. Who could not color with fried chicken? And we'll be using it again here as well. So now I'm going to go in with number 24. Yeah. Just doing little flicks. In those darker areas. And no, I don't know if this is the right way to do beard hair or anything like that. It's just the way I'm doing it. Because this is a curly beard, I'm just doing little tiny half moons, getting down into those areas that are in the shadows from her. And up into, the edges of his beard where his face is. Alright, now we're going to take that fried chicken again, and we're just going to blend it all together. And darken up that fried chicken color in the deepest parts of his beard. And there we have him all done. Looks awfully red compared to the way I see him on here. My camera has decided that it needs to be more red than anything else, I guess. Alright, so there is him all done. Now to do her, I'm going to start with, let's see, make sure I have the right color here. Yeah, I'm going to start with 104 in her darker areas. because even though this is, got stars on it, I forgot to do his hands. I guess I need to do that, don't I? Alright, now I'll do his hands here in a second. And I thought I was done with the wizard. Just going to get her gown, her robes done with this dark color first. Out of screen, sorry guys. Alright. Make sure I don't go over the lines into his hand. This is kind of like a hood. Under his beard. Under part of her arm. Okay. Sorry guys. I went all concentrationist there because I didn't want to get any of this red into his beard. This reddish purple. Such a nice color. It's a good contrast to his, I think. And I probably should have done hers yellow or something, but I like this red. But I also like red, so I think red red is a great color for wizard robes. And this is more of a purpley red, almost a burgundy kind of color, so it works well. Just going to do this part here. Alright, I think I have her robe done, except for up here around her neck. Alright, that's that dark part of her robe done. Now we're going to use number 51 in the darker areas of his hand, because I'm not seeing any fur on it. I'm going to do his hand's full skin tone. And then we're going to use this one. That. Little tiny fingers. Alright, so now we're going to use lighter version of that, so number 105. Oh, 105 needs to be sharpened. Alright. Just going to work this 105 into the darker areas, just feathering it in and bringing it out. So we're going from dark to medium to light. And I'm out of frame. Just putting a little bit more pressure as I get closer to the dark area. Just blending it in. And just lighting up the pressure as I get further away from it. All right. Making sure that I get into all those crevices. Putting a little bit more dark here for his hand. Like that. And just lightening up as I come out, making sure to avoid the stars. All right. And depending on how I feel it looks when we're done, we might go through with a bit of a darker color and add some darker purple to the edges, or a little bit of blue, just to darken up that purple a little bit. I think a little bit of blue would work. Just so there's a little bit of contrast there between the two colors, because they're different colors and you can see that they're different colors, but they are still fairly close together, so they don't really contrast each other very much. So I think some blue will help with that. So just blocking this out. Once again, just going in little oval circles, making sure to blend it so that there's no hard line there. Just the same way you would with marker. You want to keep that line off the page. Going in through here a little bit harder, getting that shadow a little bit deeper. Like I said, I'll go through the shadowy areas with a little bit of blue, just to deepen them up just a little bit. Just blending it out. All right. Okay. Oy vey. Alright, so just doing the same thing over here. Blocking out color, or blocking out white with color. Now I'm just going to do this very loosely. I'll clean it up after, because we are getting quite late into this, and we're already at an hour, and we're just starting on her dress. It's amazing how you think, oh, it's just going to be a quick little video because it's just a little tiny page, little tiny images. But like I said earlier, I can I can pretty much lose 4 or 5 hours just coloring an inch by inch square, trying to make sure that I get all those details. So I get obsessed with little details, making sure that they look 100% right. Because, life is in the details. Sometimes it just doesn't look alive without those details. So you gotta get those details right. And once again, I have lowered my voice. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna. This is the largest part of her stuff, so is the gown. The gown and her hair are going to be the larger areas. Trying to make sure that I blend that together a little bit. Get that color fairly even. And then I ruin it by turning the pencil. You have to be careful when you turn your pencil that you're not putting the same amount of pressure on it as you were on a flatter edge of your pencil. Otherwise, you're going to get a line. Now that can be blended out, so I'm not too worried about it, but I was hoping to not have to use a blender on it. But with something this large, I will probably definitely need to use a blender. Because it is a pretty large area. Alright, now we're going to take Morning Glory, which is number 35. I think that's number 35. Yeah. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's 85. Yeah, I think it's 85. I need to get, learn how to write better. I think my pen was had stopped working and I had to scribble it. Alright, so I'm going to take Morning Glory, which is number 85. And I'm just going to go into some of these deeper shadow areas. And just darken them up a little bit. Which gives a little bit more contrast to show those shadows a little bit better. Yeah, that's better. I like that. Definitely helps those shadows stick out a little bit more. Those folds in her gown stick out a little bit better. I like that much better. Sorry guys, I keep on going quiet on you. That would be me fixing things. No, I won't put the blue in until after I get that area colored, just so that it doesn't overtake the red violet. And this is a bit of a purpley blue, so it fits in very nicely. Alright. And it defines very nicely. Okay. Now we're going to start on her shoulders, or her sleeves, I mean. And we're just going to make sure that I've got the right color here. Yeah. I'm going with number 105 once again. Just deepening up those edges a little bit, but keeping it light through the areas that are going to be hit with the light. Going around the stars. And I will probably color this entire thing with that purple. I just noticed that they were two different parts of the gown. So I probably should have colored it a different color. So I will color it a different color, but still maintain the same color in the gown. So if I do that with the purple, I have no problems. The purple blue. Alright. And I don't have any fun facts or anything for you. I would like my voice to stop going into a lower tone, but for some reason it just does that when I'm trying to concentrate, and I end up almost whispering like it's going to help me concentrate better. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I do. Actually, I know a couple of people that do that. The only thing I can say at that point is turn up your sound, because I've got my mic turned up as high as it'll go. And I'm really sorry that I keep on doing that. But this is the only thing of the hugs that I have, so I can't redo it. And I'm not perfect, so I don't want to be perfect. Because if I was perfect, then nobody would like me. It's all those flaws that you find in a person that actually makes you like them. And believe me, my friends find plenty of flaws. And if they don't, they really should. Alright, so now we're going to go through with that purpley blue and do all the shadow areas. Darken up those shadows. then this part of the sleeve itself, I'm just going to do completely purple. And same with down this arm. Darken up that area. And then this area here. I use that dark purple harder on the edges. And then just gently go through and change the color of that sleeve. Do our shadows. All right. Okay. And like so. And then we're just going to go back over that a little bit with the lighter red burgundy color, red violet, and just blend it together a little bit, darkening it up just a touch and blending it together. Especially around those stars, because I've got to do the stars still. Be careful that you don't color over the stars, unless you want to. Then of course you can. Just going to get into these really small areas and just blend that in a little bit. Okay, and there we have that. And we'll go through here, just blend that in just a little bit. Okay. I know, I'm probably boring you all to tears at this point. Just trying to concentrate. And of course the longer I know that this is running, the deeper into concentration I get, because then I'm trying to get it finished up. And there's no rush. It's a video. Either you'll watch it or you won't. And it seems lately that most aren't, so not a big deal. I don't even know what I think YouTube is messing with my numbers and my algorithms and that sort of thing. So I don't even know if you guys are getting shown the videos. So if you're not getting notifications, check and make sure that YouTube hasn't discontinued your subscribership to me, which happens. YouTube will just say, nope, you're not subscribed to this person anymore. And make sure that you've rung the bell. If you've already rung the bell, unring the bell, refresh your page, and then ring the bell again, because that is also not working right. But that's YouTube, right? That's the joys of YouTube. All right. I think we've got the majority of her gown done. Of course, I've got a little bit of fussing around to do with it. So we're going to do the stars. And we're going to just do these a very, very bright yellow, which is number 2. And then I'll go in a little bit with some orange if I think it needs it. I think the bright yellow is enough of a contrast against this burgundy to not need it. All right. I think she's coming along. And of course I'll go through afterwards with the blender pencil and blend it all together. Just to make sure that there's only a little bit of white spot showing. I know, embrace the white. I try. I really do. But there are just some instances I don't want any white. I don't want to embrace the white. Then we're going to do her earring and little stars up in her hair. Alright. I think that's it for that. Now we're going to take this darker peachy color, do her skin. Just going to do all those dark areas. And then we've got this lighter tone. I think I want some of this darker tone on her eyelids. Right. And then we're going to take number 20. And we're going to do her hair. And this is just very loosely going through it with the lightest tone. And then we'll go through it again with the darker tone. Alright, so now we're going to go with number 24. And we're just going to do little flicks, locating those edges and shadows in her hair. Not the best pencils for hair flicks, but they'll work. We'll make them work. She has a very interesting bun in her hair. Alright. And I think I want just a touch darker as well. Especially under this area and up in this area. So that we can separate her hair from his a little bit better. Alright, and we're going to go back over it with this one, which is number 20. Getting all the highlight areas, blending that all together. And I think I want a little bit of pink here for her, a little bit of her cheek, like that. All right. So I think we're almost done here. I think I want to hopefully grab the right one. Yeah. Bring this down a little bit more. My husband just brought me something that I'll show you here in just a second. Get her lips done. sure that I got all her skin tone done. I'm not seeing any hands, so we'll make sure we've got good coverage on his hands and on his face. Now we're adding a little bit more of the yellowish tone to his face for the hair. And the fact that his nose looks dirty. And like a critter's nose. There we go. All right. And there we have our hug. So I'm going to switch you over to the other camera here. I've still got the ground to do, and I need to blend her dress, but I will definitely be doing that off screen. So that is our hug of the day. This is hug number 5 for the Hug a Day September hugs. And oh, there it is. So it's number 5, and today's date is the 5th. So September 05, 2021. And it's hug number 5 for the Hug a Day September hashtag. And it is hug number 18 for hashtag 100 Days of Hugs 2021. And I think they turned out pretty cute. And of course, I will take a picture. Let's see if I can get that a little closer for you, but not so close that it's yucky. So, yes, that is our 100 Hugs by Chris Riddell. Now we've done this one. We did this one yesterday. And we've done this one, and the bug hugs, and the troll hugs. It says, I would always rather be happy than dignified by Charlotte Bronte. And then we have our polar bear hugs, and our unicorn hugs, and our lady and gentleman hugs. And then we have our little girl loving on some nature and hugging a deer. And then we have our catfish hugs. And our catfish hugs say, words are easy, like the wind. Faithful friends are hard to find, by William Shakespeare. Then we have our cousin it hugs and our flamingo hugs. Took me a minute for my brain to say, okay, that's what that is. My panda bear hugs. And of course, our superhero hugs for hashtag Supers in September 2021. And our wonderful monster hug and our daddy hug. And we have a kitty and an owl hug as well. This one says, one word frees us of all the weight and pain of life. That word is love, by Solocices. And of course, we've got our original hug on the cover page of the book of 100 Hugs by Chris Riddell, which is a lovely bear hug to a cute little girl. And that is our hugs so far. And what is the next hug? Ooh. Oh, that's... Aw. So the next couple of pages are the next hugs. So it should be fun. So of course, I was going to show you something. There it is. My husband has created this for me. It's so cute. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let's go over to the close-up camera here. So can you see what that is? It is a easel and a picture, a painting that I'm going to do up that goes with a Bob Ross figurine. So that should be fun. I love it when he prints me little things. Isn't that cute? Isn't that adorable? So it's a little picture on an easel to go with Bob Ross. That's just awesome. All right, guys, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope that you have enjoyed the hug. And of course, I will be back tomorrow with Collection Mania Monday and of course another hug. So until then, thank you very much for joining. Thank you all very much for subscribing. Of course, remember to support the channel by hitting that like button. And of course, if you are not already a subscriber to the channel, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. If you find that you are a subscriber to the channel, or you have subscribed before, but for some reason you're not getting notifications of the videos, check and make sure that that subscribe button is still clicked, because YouTube has been just disconnecting people from things that they have subscribed to. So make sure that the subscribe button is clicked, make sure that the bell is rung so that you get notifications of my videos. As most of you already know, I do put out a video every day, so just come back to the channel. If you're not getting notifications, there will probably be a video there at some point that day. Alright guys, of course remember to relax, color, and stay safe. Thank you all very much for watching. You have a fantastic Sunday. Bye-bye for now.